This video aims to provide learning from the Adult G Safeguarding Review. Adult G had a supportive family but long history of drug and alcohol misuse. He first became known to the community drug team in 1994 when he was in his late 20s. He described trying various drugs as a teenager, including glue sniffing. He described serious regular use of drugs from age 20, which included cannabis. He first reported using heroin at age 24 and then crack cocaine from age 26. His family believe that he began to take addictive drugs when he worked as a doorman at nightclubs, which led to an increasing use of these in his 20s. Adult G initially accessed episodes of treatment, but his engagement was not consistent. He had significant leg ulcers to both legs and circulatory difficulties arising from a past deep vein thrombosis. Adult G was often non-compliant with the treatment for his leg ulcers. As the condition of his lower leg deteriorated, he was advised that amputation was necessary and that without an urgent hospital admission he might lose the limb or even die. Adult G appeared to consent to treatment but then would change his mind or find reasons for delay. He was increasingly unwilling to have his dressings changed and appeared to be managing his pain with alcohol. More than 6 mental capacity assessments were completed by professionals in 2020. On each occasion, they concluded that Adult G had capacity to make decisions about his care and treatment. Adult G's sister called the Northwest Ambulance Service concerned about the deterioration in her brother's health. The ambulance service attended and found Adult G to be at times confused and lacking the capacity to make decisions for himself. The crew felt that it was in his best interest to be transferred to hospital and his sister agreed. The option of detoxification admission was explored and promoted in detail on a number of occasions. Adult G appeared resistant to discuss this and there are documented records where he refused to consider it. The staff working with Adult G considered his right to life balanced against the right to private and family life and recognized they could only treat him with his informed consent. No safeguarding referral for self-neglect was made by practice staff because they believed that there was already safeguarding process in place following the ambulance service referral in July 2019. On several occasions Adult G had appeared to want to be treated for amputation of his lower leg, however he would put it off to another day or change his mind. His continued refusal of services saw his condition deteriorate, which resulted in mobility issues, to the point where Adult G was housebound. A multi-agency risk management meeting was not convened until November 2020. Adult G condition and mobility deteriorated until the point that he was admitted to hospital in December 2020. He died at the age of 55 after not responding to treatment for sepsis. A safeguarding referral was initiated in July 2020. This was after the safeguarding referral in 2019, which did not progress as it did not meet criteria. An MRM meeting was convened in November 2020. Prior to this, partner agencies had not had the opportunity to discuss information they held on Adult G or carry out a multi-agency risk assessment. Professionals need to be aware and know how to escalate concerns about serious self-neglect where there is no engagement from the person and the risks to life are increasing. Professionals also need to understand and be aware of the MRM process as a way to escalate concerns. Also, for cases where there are vulnerable people, professionals should consider raising a Section 42 concern with adult social care. Partner agencies involved did not seek advice from within their organizations on how to use legal powers effectively in the case of Adult G. The use of these powers may have reduced the harm that non-engagement and self-neglect were causing. Professionals should be aware of legislation that can be applied to supporting people with drug and alcohol problems who self-neglect. These include the CARE Act 2014, the Mental Capacity Act 2005 and the Human Rights Act 1998. You should be aware of who you can seek legal advice from within your organization when you are concerned about a person with care and support needs who is refusing treatment to the detriment of their health. Adult G reluctance to accept hospital admission was multifaceted but included concerns about how he would cope with being in hospital when he had no access to substance replacements. There is a referral pathway to support hospitals to manage alcohol and opiate dependence if a patient requires this. However, there is no legally available replacement to the range of drugs which Adult G was dependent on. Turning Point offer a peer support service utilizing individuals who have gone through similar experiences with addiction. More information can be found at www.alcoholchange.org.uk. Adult G sister felt, expecting people who struggle with substance misuse to be up and organized to attend a morning appointment was a failure to understand the nature of the world the person existed in. She felt that services should be commissioned in a way that made them available on a more informal basis. Professionals should consider the individual at the center of decision-making, and seek arrangements that will be more likely to be successful. To view the full Adult G report, please visit the Rochdale Safeguarding website at www.rochdalesafeguarding.com.